Clear Gospel.
Anyway, Cherie Jones Muffet there. Stop it. With Free Indeed. There's nothing wrong with my singing. I was just messing about with that.
No, you got a beautiful no, seriously, you do have a beautiful voice. I was laughing because I saw this video, right, and the song reminded me of
You
it.
do realise that you are in a house of God, technically, so you can't really lie.
No, I'm not lying. You have a beautiful voice.
Anyway, moving swiftly on. It's trying to sweet talk right now, but it's all good. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's okay.
It's true.
Thanks. Okay, so before we go back to the question we were talking about, online dating, I've got a couple of questions. One's come in. It says on the text, thank you so much for your text message. It says, so how does a lady know when she has a chance with you, like the first move, especially if she wants a Christian relationship without seeming forward? Who wants to take that? Who wants to take that? Oh, you can both have your, you know.
I'm not sure what you mean by has a chance, but
like, how does she know? Like, you know, so girl meets guy. Like, how will you know if I have a chance with you? Like, what for you? What's the sign? What signs do guys usually give if they have a chance?
That's
for me, it's natural. I think if I can talk to you naturally, because I'm quite a shy person and I don't really like talking a lot. So if I can naturally just be around you and talk and, you know, not feel like, oh, awkward moments and stuff like that, then I feel like you have my attention and, you know, I hope I would have your attention. So, yeah, stuff.
It's a tough one because everyone's different.
Yeah.
So there's like, you can say that, but then I'm not shy. So I'm talking to you and you might just be like, we're just talking. It's different with everybody. I think personally, I'm going to deal more with the not seeming forward. I think it is perfectly okay to ask the right questions. I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman asking, you know, a man what his intentions are, how, you know, what's going on, or those kind of things. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Okay. And then for me, you know, because you've asked and you've received a truthful answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. This is going to lead to one of the questions I'm going to ask you in a minute. This is from Lanique. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lanique. She wants to know, is it okay to get to know more than one person at a time?
Get to know.
Yes. Ooh. Is it? Especially as a Christian.
Is it for a guy or a girl, for both?
I guess for...
From a guy, then?
Okay, let's take it from a guy's perspective.
Well, okay. Yeah, you go first. You go first,
So, I get to know loads of people. Why not? I love to meet people.
Okay.
I love to meet people, get to know people. I think it's about what are your intentions. Like, so you get to know people, then there will be a time where maybe a certain person, you want to know them a lot more. And I don't see the point in doing that with multiple people. If you're considering this person as a partner, it's like, for example, if you go to the Chinese shop and you know exactly what you want, you go in, you say, can I have a B5, please, sir? Right? But if you don't know what you want, you're looking at the menu. Oh, this looks good. That looks good. You start comparing the chicken balls to the pork balls, right? So now you're getting to know these guys. Oh, but he's got nice hair, but he's tall. That one's got a nice car. You're just making the thing more challenging for yourself, I think. And also, you're running the risk of becoming emotionally attached to more than one of them.
Yeah.
That's when you're going to be in trouble.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I think, you know,
you think for a guy, just know if there's someone that you like?
I think when you're serious with someone anyway, the other people tend to dismantle. Like, your communication with them tends to be less because you're more focused on you're narrowing down to this person that you want to start something build something with. And like we mentioned earlier on, you know, the getting to know more than one person is they're your friend.
Yeah, it's friends.
They're your friend. So it's not I'm dating this person. I'm going out with my friend, and you know, if it leads to courting, then now I'm exclusive with this person. You know, so
okay.
Yeah.
I do think it can get a bit confusing though when you start to spend that kind of time with this one and the same, you know, you're having dinner all the time with this one and then with that one, and then it can get a bit confusing. So I think you do need to. That's why I say ask questions early doors.
Yeah.
What are your intentions?
Yeah. Do you like me?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know where you are as well.
How soon? That's a good question actually. How soon can you ask? Say from a girl's perspective, how soon can a girl ask a guy, "Do you like me?"
I don't think there's any clock, to be honest. Like, if you like, I look at it like this: protect yourself. If you like this person, right? The more you speak to them without letting them know, is the more you're going to be drawn in, right? So if you're going to wait till, okay, it's been 6 months now, and now you're head over heels for the guy, and you're going to say, oh, and he's like, oh, no, but I'm kind of seeing somebody, your heart broke up.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Bounce.
So I let it be known early doors, like first conversation. Even if I'm interested in you, I'm gonna let you know. This is what I'm like. This is what I'm about. This is what I'm interested. I want to marry.
I think the moment you like the person, just be honest, because I remember one pastor said, it's all good, you doing all that and he's buying you gifts and he's taking you out and he's doing all this stuff, but he could just be a generous person. So unless he actually says I like you and blah blah, it could just be take it as he's just a nice guy, because the whole flirting thing as well, people flirt.
Oh yes. This is another. Okay. Leading on to this. Oh, it's so much. Okay, so as Christian guys and girls, is flirting okay? From your perspective, like, is flirting okay?
All right. Most things in life I view on a spectrum.
Okay.
You got 0%, 100%, absolutely none of, and there's obviously the extreme of it.
Yeah.
Right. Flirting. Right. So basically, as far as I'm aware, flirting can be as simple as making somebody know that you're interested.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. If you don't do that, you might sit on the shelf for many years, right? But then you can go too far with it, where your flirting is, maybe you're trying to elicit certain behavior from somebody that you shouldn't be. Maybe you're trying to, allure somebody in a more provocative way, and more physical than you should get. Then so it depends. It depends on what kind of flirting you're doing. Are you trying to let this guy know that you like them? Are you giving them a little kind of look and doing the move your hair thing?
Like the hair back,
that's flirting. What's wrong with it?
Okay.
You're letting him know that you're interested, and then he can act on that.
You know what? I wink a lot. But I wink to guys and girls, and not in like, no. Okay, Christ, like listeners here, not in that way, but pray for me in the name of Jesus. No, not in that way, but in a way, that's my thing. Like, if I'm having a good time, and I'm just like my boy, my like whatever. Like, I just wink a lot. So some people say that's flirting, which it is probably, but to me, I think like that's a flirt with boundaries. Okay. The flirting where you're overly touching someone, like overly touching his arm, and you're overly like playing on his neck, and you're kind of like, okay, like now you're trying to arouse something out of me, which
isn't good.
Yeah.
And the thing is, even with touch, not all touch is inappropriate. Like, so there could be maybe a touch on the hand, which is it's all right. But like you say, when you just start caressing now. Whoa, what's going on here? What are you trying to do? Maybe stay away from that.
Stay back from that. Okay, cool. More from the guys in this sec. I'm going to be asking them questions such as, should a female approach you? Are you okay with that? Don't ask me that yet. Don't answer that. We're going to find out in a sec. This is R Swift with That Girl. Darren is loving this track a lot. He's doing his little bop there. Okay, all right. So, guys, question for you. Does it put you off if a female approaches you? Darren.
Me?
Yes.
Does it put me off? No, it doesn't. Like,
do you think most guys welcome it though? Like, do you think nowadays, because there's this thing where, like, ladies are like, you know what, he's got to come to me, like, he's got to, that whole tradition.
Especially in the church, innit? It's because apparently that's what God said has to happen. I haven't found that bit though. But I'm still reading.
But you do realise that some women will come out with it, he who findeth.
Yeah. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that you can't say, hey, look at me. Look how beautiful I am, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Hi, how you doing?
Okay.
It doesn't mean you can't. Do you know what I mean? You can't say, oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's a nice top. You got it, like.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with these things. Yeah. Sometimes you're gonna say that to a guy, and he's gonna think, oh, she's nice.
Okay.
She's approachable because she's approached me.
Yeah.
I'm safe to speak to this one. Okay. Some people are not as confident as others, and I don't think that's a sin.
Junior? Would you be bothered if she approached you, or would you rather?
I would prefer to go and approach her
Okay.
because for me, it's more of a for my thing. It's more of a confident thing. Like if I went to approach her and she said yes, I'd be like, okay, yes, I still got game. You know, like I'm not Christian and outworked before this game.
But is it not possible though for you to go and approach her and she say no and
if she said no,
but you still got game?
Yes, well, it hurts your feelings, but
Yeah,
but, you know,
the
it does,
rejection part.
No,
the
but you know
rejection
what?
part.
I always tell everyone the worst anyone can say is no. So
This is
if I approach you and you say no, I'd be like, okay, Jesus loves you, don't backslide, and then move on. But I move on. But if a girl approached me, I would feel she would have to be like a Gabrielle or Beyonce for me to.
Did you say? I think Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
Okay, no, she's not.
Yeah,
I like
she's
Gabrielle.
wifey right
Back
there.
to the subject.
But yeah, if she did approach me, I would still talk to her. But in my mind, I'd be like, oh, okay. She approached me and I said yes. Is the roles reversed now? Am I gonna now?
But hold on. She might have come to you and said, "Oh, would you take me out?" She might have just approached you and said, "Do you know what? Those shoes are really nice. Where did you get them? I've been looking for a pair from my brother."
Then that's not an approach. That's
but it is an approach, isn't it?
It's another way to approach. Listen.
Okay. If that was the case, then yeah, like.
So do you think that a girl approaching a guy kind of makes the guy feel less masculine?
No, you know what?
Because
Based on what Darren said, I think sometimes guys can be caught up in their own world. That sometimes the girls need to be like, "Hey, I'm here." Like I know one guy. He's married to this guy. I don't want to say their name. Well, I say their name. You probably won't know them, but his name's Alan anyway, and he's married to.
I know him.
Ooh, do you? Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
That one. Yeah, and for months before he got married, before he even started dating the woman he's with now, he liked someone else, and it was one day he came to me and was like, "Gina, I know who I'm getting married to." I was like, "Oh, is it that girl?" I was like, "No, like." It's this girl, and that girl was his friend all along. But he didn't realize that he was actually attracted to her until I don't know the story, but until that day where he's like, "This is who I'm meant to be with." So sometimes girls just need to be like, "Hey, I'm here," and not in a jumping jack like like bounce up and down, but just in like
I love it. They're jumping up and down.
but just in a
just kind of like be in position.
Yeah.
Like in a position so that like, notice and stuff like that.
And you know what is? Sorry before we go on break.
Yeah.
The most attractive thing for a woman is for her to be found doing her father's business. Put it out there.
Premier Gospel.
For more great music and interviews, tune into Gospel Drive with me, Lady T, weekdays from 3 p.m. on Premier Gospel Music for Life.